special show because for the first time ever, BeLive Weekly will be multicasting on Facebook Live and on YouTube. And so we don't want to start the show. And let's face it, look at this graphic. We're going to have a great opening today. We're going to start the show in just a quick second. We're waiting for feedback from our YouTube coordinators to make sure that we're streaming on YouTube before we begin the show. So you're going to get to see a little bit of behind the scenes. Are we confirmed? We're confirmed. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and start the show in 5, 4, 3. Growing can be hard. Just ask 80s TV star Emmanuel Lewis or the Dallas Cowboys. It's true. It's 7-7. Come on, guys. But it doesn't take an 80s TV star or an aging coach to grow on Facebook Live. If you want to attract a huge Facebook Live audience and transform lives with your message, you've got to follow these 3 growth hacks that I'll share with you today. Stay tuned. It's BeLive Weekly. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to BeLive Weekly, where live streamers like you tune in for tips to grow your Facebook Live show. I'm your host, Owen Video. You can give me 5, 4. That's right. Just type 5 into the comment section now, and I will send you my complete live stream toolkit. You'll get free graphics, script templates, and more tools to launch your live stream. Just type 5 into the comment section now if you're watching us on Facebook. And if you're watching us on YouTube, welcome to the party. This is our first ever BeLive Weekly multicast on Facebook Live and on YouTube. And we're super excited that you have come to the party. Logging in, I want to see who's with us here today. I want to say what's up to Pam Greenway saying, woohoo. Ed Weinberg logging in. Justin the Man Prim is saying, I like this angle. It's different than last week. You like it? You like it, dude? I've got plenty more. Plenty more where that came from. And my cousin, Deborah Odette Hemsath, is logging in. Good to see you, Deborah. Rebecca Crow Salomon is logging in. Our good friend Aaron Garcia saying hello. Great to have you out there. The man, Stephen Healy, and Kathy Jung is logging in. Kathy, I just love what you're doing. Keep it up, girlfriend. You're showing people what they can do. Who's watching us? Stacy DePaulo is watching us. Great to see you, Stacy. Feels like it's been a while. Adele Palmer and Mickey Levinson, the man, just logged in. Great to see you out there. Who else is watching? Emmett Scott is watching us in the different live parties, and David Barrett Buffalo. Great to see you guys. I'm glad to be with you today. It's always such an honor and a pleasure. And I got a question for you today. I do. And I want to hear from you on this one. I want to know, how many live streams have you done this year? It's a fair question. How many live streams have you done this year? And excuse me, I got to mute the site here. I would love to hear from you as well. Like, are you happy with that number, or do you want to do more? Because I'll tell you, we've done so many live streams. I mean, we've probably, the full year at 2 per week on average. It's not counting my own personal live streams. That's 104 live streams this year. Can you imagine? I wish that there was an easier way to check that out. Environmental Coffee House logging in on YouTube. Frequencies for Life. Type in 5 for. Great to see you. First time ever watching us on YouTube. We've got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about 3 growth hacks that you need to know to master live Facebook live streaming. And a growth hack is an ethical thing. Okay, first things first, it's an ethical thing. A growth hack is knowing the software and the system so well that you can do simple things to get exponential growth. Okay, it's knowing the software so well. So we're not going to talk about crossing wires, and like entering in secret passcodes. Not at all. But we're going to talk about 3 very simple things that you could be doing each week to grow your Facebook Live and your live stream audience. Now, last week, this show hit a record-breaking number. Who was with us for last week? Who was here last week? I want to hear from you because last week we had a record-breaking show. 211 live stream viewers. So what does that mean? It means that the tactics I'm going to teach you today are working, and we're actually doing so many of them right now as we speak. Rebecca Crow-Salomon is saying, I go live weekly. Sandra Amy is saying probably 100 live streams. That's like 2 a day. You know, that's pretty, respectable. Let's get honest, probably 100. Justin Prim is saying, I think I did 4. Daniela Peregrina is saying over 20. Danielle Coffer is saying 5 to 10. And Brand is logging in from Calvary, Alberta. Great to have you here. My man, Jason Webster, logging in. Great to see you. Joseph T. Ford is there as well. Now, Justin's saying, I'd like to do 20 next year. I'll tell you, you can. 20 next year is like 1 a day for less than 6 months, Not hard at all. It's definitely something that you can make happen. And on this show, we are going to help you make it happen. So if you haven't answered in the comment section yet, I want to know, how many live streams have you done this year? And remember, if you say 5, it's actually going to subscribe you to our chat bot. So if you type 5, you're going to get subscribed to the show because that's just how we roll. Want to say what's up on camera number 2. Don't try to sneak up on me. It's not going to work. Never sneak up in a man who's been in a chemical fire. I want you, words to live by. All right, so we're going to get started. We've got a couple announcements for this week. I want to let you know, first of all, if you were on the show last week and you asked for my ROS template and you did not receive it, I'm so sorry. I really am. We had some staffing changes here and we lost our virtual assistant. We did. She's been with me for like a year and a half. She's done a great job. And some family priorities pulled her back home. And so we're so happy that she's doing some new projects where her heart is and working with her family. But because we lost her, we weren't able to respond to nearly all the comments. So if you didn't get my ROS template from last week, I've put a link to it in the comment section of the BeLive video, and you can click on that template and go get it now. Otherwise, we'll get it out to you this week. Another big announcement coming up this December, the holiday show. The holiday show is coming up with me and Molly Mahoney, the prepared performer. We're going to be giving away huge prizes. We have never done a giveaway like we're going to do on December 30th. I've already seen the prize list. It's going to be fantastic. And if you haven't seen a holiday special on BeLive yet, now is your chance. If you want to get a reminder for that show, just type 5 into the comment section now or subscribe to the channel if you're watching us on YouTube, and you won't miss a thing. Sandra Amy is saying, we do a lot on YouTube. Just going to learn to use multiple platforms. Sandra, what is your show about? What do you do? I'd love to hear from you in the comment section right now. Our topic today is 3 live stream growth hacks, and it's important that you implement growth tactics into your Facebook Live strategy because your show should be growing, okay? Your show should be growing, and if it's not growing, it's because you're doing something wrong or you're not doing it at all, okay? Think about this. There are 1 billion people on Facebook every single month, monthly active users, okay? It's like the largest or second largest in the world, okay? We're talking about monthly active, not just signed up accounts, but monthly active. 1 billion people on Facebook. And your audience is in that number. Your audience is there, which means that audience could be watching your live stream show. So how do you find those people, get in front of them, and keep them watching every single week? Well, we're going to cover those 3 growth hacks to grow your Facebook Live show. And I want to set the stage first because when we talk about growth, what we're talking about are 3 very important metrics, okay? Those metrics are hard numbers, okay? You're looking at hard numbers. So we're not looking at how you felt about your show, right? We're not looking at the energy that you feel after your show and you're feeling really good, and that's positive. Or if you're feeling really bad. We have done shows here that we're like, wow, that was a horrible show. And it will end up being one of our top producing shows. Like you really have no idea what's going to hit and what's going to like really kind of get out there. But when we talk about growth, you want to ask, what are the most important metrics that we should be taking into consideration? Well, there are 3 that I want you to know about. It's live viewers, engagement, and retention. Okay. So we're going to be looking at how to increase your live viewership and therefore your engagement and your retention. Okay. So we're going to go into those strategies right now. And the first strategy, the first growth hack that you need to know about are watch parties. Okay. So tip number 1 is start hosting watch parties. Now, a watch party is how you share a live stream. When you start a watch party on Facebook, what it does is it duplicates your live stream over to your Facebook profile, a Facebook group, or even onto a Facebook page. And it looks like to the audience that you're streaming live from multiple different places, right, at a time. So typically when you go live, you go live from your page. And what you can do is and you go live from your page and that's it. You're there. You're on one page and you're hitting that page's audience, okay, according to the Facebook algorithm. But once you go live from your page, you can click the share button, okay, and then start a watch party. And when you do that, you can stream on your profile or in different groups or to different pages. Okay, this is how you share your Facebook Live. Okay, what I want to convince you to stop doing is stop going live. And then when you're done, sharing the profile or sharing the post. Okay, what I want you to stop doing is you go live and then while you're live, you share it 5 different places, right? What that does is it shows that you shared a live stream and it's got like your post up here and then like the actual live stream down here. But when you start a watch party, it takes just as much effort to share it, okay? It takes just as much effort to share it. But now it's streaming live in multiple different places at the same time. And so your viewers now, rather than watching the replay, right? You were already live and you shared it. Or you shared it while you were live and maybe somebody saw it and they left you a comment. You'll never see that comment. You're not going to get an alert for it. Watch parties are very different because they stream in multiple places and have live comment threads in multiple different places on Facebook. And so you're able to hit different pages, profiles, and groups and the people that those groups and those algorithms are reaching out to. So as an example, right now we are watching, we are streaming in the Video Marketing Learning Center Facebook group. We are streaming a watch party in the BeLivers Facebook group. We're also streaming a couple other places, and I'm going to get to those tips in just a minute. But starting a Facebook watch party is actually better than sharing. And the reason for that is because watch parties take up more real estate in the Facebook newsfeed and take up more real estate when the viewer clicks in and they're watching it on their computer screens. Watch parties are also a newer feature from Facebook, and it's something that they're trying to promote. So using watch parties puts your strategy in line with Facebook's strategy, and you're likely to experience a pop. Okay, so I'd love to know from you in the audience right now, how many of you have ever done a watch party before? Let me hear from you in the comment section now. Would love to hear from you. G. Samuel Verrett is saying, I needed this information. Glad that we could hit you with it. Alex, my good friend and editor, is logging in from across the pond. Sandra Amy is saying, are the new version bugs worked out? It's a fair question. I'm answering it because we're streaming on YouTube at this very moment. By the way, YouTube, if you're watching us right now, I want to say hello, and I'm glad that you're here. Carrie Rhea is saying, I've never done one yet. I think that makes a lot of sense. Watch parties are not hugely popular, but this is what makes it a hack, right? We have been running watch parties for the last month or so. And I've got like 3 watch parties going on here. We do this for all of our shows, and we've been able to get our shows at noticeably higher numbers every single time we try these. Okay. Now, if you have any questions, ask me in the comment section below. I've left room for answering these questions. So Amy has asked, or Sandra Amy has asked, are all the bugs worked out? Yes and no. The bugs are being worked on, and no new features will be released until the bugs have been completely worked out. Okay. So some new stuff is coming to BeLive and improvements on the existing stuff that is going to make BeLive the #1 live streaming software. Very, very exciting. I'm bound by secrecy. I can't talk about it. And that's something I want you guys to know. Say that again. Of what? We have okay, we'll get to that in one quick second. Ed Weinberg is asking, can anyone start a launch party when I go live, or does it have to be me? Anybody can start a watch party. Anybody can start a watch party. And so it's helpful to have your wife, your business partner, or a close friend start watch parties for you. Now, it can be even more effective if you create watch party buddies. Okay. So maybe you get together in the BeLivers group with a couple of other live streamers that are in your same genre. Okay. So it wouldn't make sense if you're sort of like a junk food review company. Let's say that you like eat junk food as a food review. It wouldn't make sense for you to partner up with a fitness live streamer. Okay. But if you're in real estate, Ed, like I know you are, or investing, you could partner up with other real estate and investing, financial freedom type people. And you do a watch party for one of them, and then they do watch parties for you, and so on and so forth. And so now you have watch party ambassadors. And that's how we began. That's how we started. When watch parties came out, me and Molly and me and Stephanie Lou, like we were all kind of talking to each other. Hey, start a watch party for me. Start a watch party for me here. And that's something that helped us to grow. Okay. So anyone can start a watch party. I want to encourage you, Ed, to find people to start watch parties with you. Put that question back up. I want to answer that question. Okay. Danielle Coffer is saying, why is it that some people can't hear the audio live, only during the replay? Is this an iPhone glitch? Yes, Danielle, this is not a Facebook problem. This is a, what do you call it? Like a user error. You know, what's happening most likely is that the person who's watching has not clicked the sound on button. They may have clicked into the video, but they still haven't clicked the sound on button. And that's important. Okay. I do this on Instagram all the time where I'm like, I just can't get the audio. Like, that's because I'm sort of like, I'm tapping on the screen, but I'm not actually tapping the sound icon. Okay. So keep that in mind. Now, what you're getting is somebody probably watching in silence who's saying, I can't hear you. Right. So you may want to add a graphic to your show. This is actually not a bad idea. Like a graphic to your show that says like tap here for sound on, right? Or something like that. Now, Kimber Shea is saying, I don't really understand watch parties. Okay. Well, watch parties work like this. Let's say that you have a TV show on channel 2. Okay. When you go live, that TV show is going to be on channel 2, and only people logged into channel 2 are going to watch it. But a watch party is like channel 4 and channel 5 and channel 7. They're going to do a watch party for you. And so when you go live on channel 2, channel 4, 5, and 7, they start a watch party for you. And now you're live on channels 4, 5, and 7, attracting channel 4, 5, and 7's viewership. But all of those views and all of those comments go to your video. Okay? So that's what a watch party is it duplicates your live stream to different channels on Facebook, a page, a group, someone's profile, right? And you should build in a watch party strategy to your show. Okay, let me show you what we do when we go live with BeLive. Okay, when we go live with BeLive, we pre-schedule the show. So that's the first thing. We pre-schedule the show. And that gives us a link or a post that we can now start sharing. All right, let's show the graphic. So when you have this post, you can see it in the background. It was all pre-scheduled. You click on the share button. Now, it's really important that you note here, when you click the share button, you have to be posting as yourself, right? You can't be posting as your page. Otherwise, you won't even see the watch party option. So if you don't see the watch party option, just make sure that the icon is your profile icon, okay? So what you're looking at now is how to start a watch party. And you can see at the top that you could share it on your timeline, okay? But down below, you could also share it to a group with one click. So what we do when we go live is we start our own watch parties in different groups, and we click start. We open them up in different tabs. That way we can sort of answer the comments, the different comments that come in from the watch party. Although I will say this, back to me, I will say this, most of your comments will be on the page you're streaming from, right? A lot of watch parties, we get viewership and maybe a couple like, hey, what's up? But not a lot of like real comments. In fact, if you're watching from a watch party, leave us a comment right now. Let me know that you're out there. Dave Richardson, in fact, is saying, who's watching us in a watch party right now, I believe this is on in the Video Marketing Learning Center group, is saying, how do you go live on both Facebook and YouTube at the same time? Well, the answer is by using the brand new BeLive multicasting tool. Now, this is not available to everyone. In fact, it's not available to anyone. But coming very soon, you will be able to go live on YouTube with BeLive. So if you don't have your free trial, if you're not using BeLive, or if you used BeLive and you had some tech problems and you're sitting here, you want to come back, but you're not sure, now is the time to come back. Go get your account at epiclivevideo.com and let me know that you started your account. Okay, so any other parties on questions on watch parties? We got another question here. Alexis is saying, what happens to the live video when the watch party ends? Does the replay disappear? Great question about watch parties. I'm learning a lot about this. Okay, I'm learning that when you X out of a watch party, so the watch party's over and you just close the tab, that's the way to do it. Watch party's over, close the tab. What I'm noticing is that when I click end watch party, it ends the video, and then that replay doesn't appear positively in the newsfeed, right? So when I X out of the screen, it said like it will say in the newsfeed like Owen started a watch party, and then you'll see the video playing, so people can watch it all through the week. But when I actually click end watch party, what happens is it says Owen, like this watch party ended, and it shows a black screen. Okay. So I would just be Xing out of the tabs for now. Okay. What you could also do is add other videos to it, right? You can add more videos to a watch party and keep the party going. So if you've got more videos you want to get views on, load them up to the end of your watch party. By the way, you can be doing watch parties with pre-recorded videos too, videos that you make separately, edit, and then upload. You could do the watch parties with those too. So it is a great way to get more views. Want to go to our audience and look at some questions here. G. Samuel Verrett is saying, can you start a watch party of your live show to just groups or pages? Yes. And that's what I would recommend is you go live in groups or on pages. Ed Weinberg is saying, I'm trying to start a watch party with this live broadcast. Do I just share it to my profile? What you want to do is click share. And when you click share, click start a watch party. And then, yeah, put it on your profile. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Okay. And then you'll be an official host of a watch party. Ramon King is saying, I do that a lot. Daniela Peregrina is saying, is the watch party only for business pages or personal pages as well? Anybody can start a watch party for any video that's on Facebook. Okay. So if your page, your profile, you can start a watch party for it. You can even do multiple watch parties. You could do watch parties while you're streaming, and then you could do watch parties, again, 2 days later at a different time of day if you wanted to maybe like attract a different group. And I've got a lot of glare on my head here. It's because we forgot to set the lights up. Watch this. Alexa, garage lights off. Isn't that neat? You guys didn't see too much, but it just went more dark in here, which is now I'm in the zone. Now I'm in the zone. Okay. So last question, and then we have to move on. Aaron Garcia is saying, our challenge has been that others start a watch party and we are unable to see the comments and questions. Okay, so here's what I would do, Aaron Garcia, because you're right. You have to have the watch party open to see the comments and questions. So when I go live for BeLive Weekly every Monday, I start a watch party in the Video Marketing Learning Center group, but I can't see those comments in the comment thread. I have to be watching a separate tab. And so I do. I have 5 or 6 tabs open right now that are each on different watch parties. So I get to go back and monitor the comments, and I do, and I think it's important. But here's the thing, Aaron, is like when somebody starts a watch party for you, you need to reach out to them and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Would you be open to hosting one every week for us or every time we go live? And then, I think you should mention them in the show. You should say, hey, welcome to Awaken Your Spirit. I'm Aaron. This is Veronica. And we want to give a big thanks out to Jimmy James, who's live streaming in the Feed Your Mind Facebook group, right? And what they would do then is when they start the watch party, they copy the link and then send it to you in Messenger. You can open up that link, and now you have 2 tabs open where you can measure and manage both sets of comments, okay? Did that make sense? If that made sense, give me a yeah in the comment section right now, because honestly, I'm going to take all of those answers and put them into one sort of how to do watch parties on Facebook video. I think it was a good little session. And if you do have more questions about watch parties, let us know in the comment section below. Would love to hear from you. Want to welcome Janet Smith, Jacob Topping, Heather Jocelyn Keys as well, as you guys are joining us on the show. We're talking about 3 live stream growth hacks that you need to know to grow your Facebook live show. We just started talking about watch parties, but I want to talk to you about tactic number 2 now. And tactic number 2, let me tell you, is a phenomenal resource. We're doing it right now, and I should have been doing it all year, but I messed up. And here's how I messed up. The Facebook algorithm is changing all the time, and so I'm getting all these emails, this new thing, this new thing. Well, I'm a pretty focused businessman. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not just a pretty face. It's true. It's true. I'm not just washboard abs, rippling biceps, and an amazing talent for the camera. I'm actually none of those things. But here's the thing. I'm like so busy, right? Like we're serving clients and we're making YouTube channels and we're doing live shows. We're doing all these things. I tend to let the updates go by me. And so my good friends in live streamer were like, hey, you should be doing this. Hey, you should be doing this. And I'm like, nah. We started doing it and noticed a dramatic increase in our live viewership. So tip number 2 is cross-posting. Tip number 2 for growing on Facebook Live is cross-posting, okay? And cross-posting is a little bit like a watch party, but kind of different, okay? Whereas anyone can start a watch party, a cross-post video will duplicate a live stream to another page that you own, okay? Now, you can set up your cross-posting rules in Facebook by going to your business page, clicking on settings, and then click on cross-posting, okay? And then from inside cross-posting, you can invite other pages to cross-post with you. So this is a really good strategy, and this is where I dropped the ball. I had live streamer friends that were saying, hey, we should be cross-posting buddies. And I'm like, I'll deal with it later. This is a really good strategy, okay? So what happens is when I go live from BeLive, I can also invite Stephanie Liu of Lights Camera Live to cross-post for me. And what I'll do is send her a cross-post invitation. She'll accept. And then when I create the live video, it will automatically stream to Stephanie Liu's page as well as if her page is streaming. Okay? Huge tip. So it's kind of like a watch party, only it's for pages. Okay? And instead of sharing the post, it actually looks like both pages are streaming simultaneously. Now, why is cross-posting so effective? Because you can create cross-posting partners, right? And this is similar to watch party buddies. Now, watch party buddies, I think, should be like friends, colleagues, okay? Your cross-posting buddies, because these apply to Facebook pages only, these are going to be people that are bigger than you on Facebook or have a more engaged audience. I hate to say more successful than you, but I would definitely look for cross-posters who you'd look at and say, that person's bigger than me, better than me. That would be like, I would feel like anxious to ask that person, right? That's the person I would ask, because they're going to have a bigger page, which means bigger reach. Okay. So when I go live on Mondays, like today, from this channel, the BeLive channel, I'm also cross-posting the video to the Owen video page. So the show is going out to my personal audience, right, of 5,000 people, and the BeLive audience of like 14,000, 15,000 people. Plus, I have 3 watch parties going, which are going to another 20,000 in the BeLivers group, another 3,000 in my group, and then another 5,000 on my profile. And yes, there's some overlay there. But with the Facebook algorithm working the way it is, with watch parties and cross-posting, you're able to do this total like blitz, right? An organic blitz to crank up viewership on your show. Any questions on cross-posting or how to set it up? I would love to hear from you there. Janet Smith is saying, I just started a watch party on my business page with this stream. Great to see Janet. I appreciate that. Jerry and Stone did it, logging in. Great to see you guys there. April Shinar, Gary Cotton, Keith Radke logging in from the watch party. Great to have you there. Peter Hines, Josh Irving as well. Great to see you guys here. So cross-posting is a phenomenal way to get out to new people. And if you have a business, in fact, let's do this. Let's try to find some cross-posting and some share buddies right now. Okay. So put the industry of your content into the comment section right now. So if you're in real estate, put real estate. If you're in financial, put financial. If you're in health and wellness, put health and wellness, right? If you're in business coaching, put business coaching. Go ahead and put your category, what you stream about, your topic, into the comment section right now. And here's my challenge to you is go back through the comments, okay, and look for someone that you could be a watch party buddy with or a cross-posting buddy with, okay? Janet Smith is absolutely right. Cross-posting with businesses that complement yours is a great fit. And here's the thing is once you set it up once, it's kind of easy to set it up all over again. Now, you can send a cross-posting request to another page, but you could also ask your cross-posting buddy to be a page administrator on their page, right? Where the agreement is, of course, you're not going to post anything other than your live stream show, right? You're not going to post memes on their channel, right? So, but they make you an admin and then you can just set it up all yourself. You don't even need to set up all the cross-posting permissions. If you're a page admin, you can just take care of it on your own. Kimber Shea is in recruitment, marketing, and career. Justin Prim is in men's grooming and lifestyle. He's got a killer mustache, by the way. And Sandra Amy working in climate change and ecocide. LOL. Side isn't that funny. You know what I mean? Like anytime you're talking about anything dying. My good friend Rebecca Hendricks logging in from Florida, Nebraska, somewhere. I'm not exactly sure, but she's a health and wellness vlogger, or you will be, right? You're working on vlogging, and that's where I would love to see you right there. Now, I've got another tip for you on cross-posting, but I'm going to talk about it in just one sec. Right now, it's time for Streamer of the Week. Do we have a sound effect for that? Is we playing it right now? Good. I don't have my headphones in, so I can't hear any sound effects. Each week, we pick one lucky viewer and spotlight their business on this live stream. And this week's winner is Helena, the social media coach. Helena teaches up-to-date social marketing techniques that greatly enhance your business visibility online. Helena teaches the skills necessary for increasing sales and growing your business. You rock, Helena, the social media coach, and thank you for being a watcher of BeLive Weekly. We're glad to have you in the audience. And if you want to get a shout out for your business with some on-screen artwork and the whole shebang, then share this video on your timeline right now. Each week, our fantastic producer, Melissa Media, will pick one lucky live streamer to be next week's live streamer of the week. Congratulations, Helena, and thanks for watching the show. Let's continue with cross-posting, and here's my big hack for you right now. This is the big tip I want you to go away with right now is build a checklist. Build a pre-show checklist. Let's keep that question up. I'll come back to it one second. Build a pre-show checklist. Now, I have one. I put it in my calendar. So every week when my calendar pops up and says it's time to go live, there's a pre-show checklist in there. And it tells me exactly where to start my watch parties and exactly where to start my cross postings. And that way, you know, every week it's like, oh, I got to make a PowerPoint. Oh, I got to make a thing. I got all this stuff. I just go to my checklist and it's like, start a watch party here, start a thing here, start a thing there. And then I can set all of that up ahead of time, much like the image that Melissa showed. Melissa, show that image of the watch party again, right? So I took this image about 10 minutes, 20 minutes before the show began today. Oh, is it not uploaded? Don't worry about it. If it's not uploaded, don't worry about it. You can set up your show, pre-schedule your show, and set up your watch parties so that they're ready to go. And then when you're live, just click go, 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 go on all of them. Okay, and it makes it super easy. So kind of a little hack there to set up your cross-posting and all your stuff there. Now, Janet Smith is asking a question. What hesitation, if any, would a larger page have in allowing you to cross-post on their page? Okay, it's a great question. So I'm not recommending sort of a cold marketing strategy here where you go to people you don't know and you're like, hey, will you cross-post my content? That's not what I'm recommending here. I'm recommending you go to people you do know, people that you already have a relationship. And so the reason that they would do that is because you already have a relationship with them. That being said, that pool is going to be rather small. Okay, you're going to maybe find 2 or 3 people that will do that for you and for whom you'll do it in exchange. Okay. However, the more professional that you get, and I'm not talking about how big your show is, I'm talking about how professional you get. The more professional that you get, meaning how good your show looks, how smooth the show runs, you're going to be able to reach out to much bigger pages that you don't know. And when you reach out to pages that you don't know, you want to be exchanging value. Okay, Janet, so hear me out on this. If there's a large 30,000, 50,000, maybe 100,000 person following that you want to stream with, offer them advertising space in your live stream show. For example, this show today is brought to you by Janet Smith, who is cross-posting this video on her page right now. Janet Smith is the all-time leader in career development and sales training. And if you need to know everything about Janet, go to janetsmith.com and lovejanetsmith.com. Thank you, Janet Smith. Okay, our show today is, right? And you can build this into your show. So I think it's an incredibly great leverage to invite people to cross-post or to start watch parties and to give those pages and profiles a shout out on your show. Maybe even, put some links in the comment section to entice them to want to share with you. Janet Smith is saying a big fat got it. Ed Weinberg is saying, do you want us to share instead of having a watch party? Man, great question. No, I want you to start a watch party. Okay. Now my cross-posting partners, I'm going to pick them myself, and here's why, Ed. That's not a kick in the pants to you, sir. You're a fine young gentleman. The idea is that your audience, slightly older, real estate based audience, like they're not going to be interested in what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't make sense for me. Now, if you've got a social media marketing company or you're a videographer or you're an editor, you're in the video arts, if you're a business coach specifically in multimedia, then that would make a lot of sense. Okay. That would be a potential cross post. So as a fan of the show, and I know so many of you are fans, and I know that so many of you have fans, you should be reaching out to your top fans and asking them to start watch parties. Why? Because asking them to cross post might bring an audience to your show that you don't really want, right? If you're a sheep herder, you don't want wolves watching your show, right? You want to be carving out your audience every step of the way. Okay, so picking who your share partners are for cross posting is really important. Watch parties, let everybody start a watch party for you. Okay, want to say what's up to my college professor, Miss Dreama Moon, logging in right now. Dreama, I made it. I made it. I have a job. I have I don't even know what I graduated third in my class. I didn't do too bad in class, but a lot of my colleagues went into get a master's degree, and I tinkered on YouTube. It's how I decided to spend my life. Dreama, it's great to see you. I'm glad you're here. Ramon King is into sports podcast. Sandra Amy is saying it's very, very helpful today, and Rosh Silers is logging in. Great to see you guys. If you have any questions about our topic today, then please ask your questions in the comment section below. We're going to do our best to get to everybody. Sandra Amy is saying it's a hard topic to be a climate change and environmental commenter these days. We are a no donation page. Okay, now I don't know what no donation means. Okay, so forgive me on that one. However, when you're in climate change and environmental commentator, there's lots, I think, that you could be working towards. First of all, you could be partnering with people that are in the electronic vehicle space. My good friend E for Electric has a phenomenal show, and there might be some spice. There might be some, ability for you guys to work together there. Similarly, I would work in other nonprofit causes that tend to gather in the climate, the climate change crowd. Okay, so I would be looking at other nonprofits you could partner with. And that might be people like the Sierra Club. It might be even like dog walkers in the park, right? Like if you have these groups of people that walk dogs, they go to the dog parks and whatnot. These would be great collaboration partners. And so what I want you to do is stop looking for other people like you that are talking about climate change and find instead weather people. Roy, what's his name? I forget his last name. Roy is a weatherman that has built a phenomenal YouTube presence and could be a great share partner, right? Jennifer Watson is a former news weather anchor who is now hosting a live show on Agorapulse every single week. And so there's lots of opportunity for you if you are sort of, I get what you're saying. You're a nonprofit. Yeah. If you're looking sort of in the right places, guys, don't forget to check out, by the way, the watch parties happening in the BeLivers group, the Video Marketing Learning Center, and on my profile. Lots of comments coming in from lots of different live streamers on the issue of what industry, like if you want to find partners. Now, Carrie Rhea, is it Rhea or Ray? Carrie Ray is asking a question. Should I start a premiere or a watch party? What she's really saying is premiere versus a watch party. Okay. Some differences there. How many of you have ever heard of a Facebook premiere? How many of you guys have heard of this? Okay. Because it's a little confusing and it's not something that I love. I really don't. I'm not in love with it at all. And that's something that you should know. Okay. So here's what a premiere is. A premiere, first of all, takes an uploaded video. It's already been uploaded. So it's a pre-recorded on-demand video that you're uploading to Facebook. But if you want that video to appear as a live video, then you would do a premiere. Okay. So you upload the video to Facebook, and then Facebook says, do you want to publish it now? Do you want to schedule it for later, or do you want to do a premiere? And if you choose premiere, what will happen is that you would schedule a future date and time. And at that date and time, that pre-recorded video will be broadcast out to your page as if it were live. Now, this is a really good idea if you bring people to the party, right? So if you tell your email list and tell your clients, tell your family and whatnot, hey, join me at 3 p.m. on Monday. I'm premiering a brand new video, then you can do really well. But if you just do a premiere and hope that people watch it or show up to it, you're going to lose. Because if you don't have live viewership on your premiere, then the Facebook algorithm goes, this wasn't a very successful video. Nobody showed up to the premiere, or only 3 people showed up to the premiere, or only 7 people showed up to the premiere. So then what Facebook does is they bump it back down in the algorithm, and it's basically dead on the vine at that point, okay? So what I would do is start a watch party. A premiere can only be done once, but a watch party you can do over and over and over again, and it only really affects the algorithm positively. Okay, so here's what I would do is I would upload the video, and instead of doing a premiere, I would start watch parties and do watch parties all throughout the week in different times. Try to get a lot of views on that video, okay? And that's a great way to get your views up. Remember, if you premiere a video, Carrie Ray, if you premiere a video and nobody shows up, that video is going to die on the vine. Okay, so you've got to think about that. And as we move on, as we continue to move here, we want to say what's up to Daniel Mayer. Great to see you. 30-day reviews is saying I only got 7. Justin, is that you? Are you 30-day reviews as well? It is. Wow, Justin's logging in from like 18 different pages. That's phenomenal. You gotta have you on. How do you do that, right? He's saying I only got 7 views on my premiere last night, and that's when you do that, you're killing the video. So I don't like Premiere. My prediction is that it will go away, that it will not be there. And similarly, I predict that Facebook will find a way to blend all the comments together so that as you have multiple watch parties going on, you'll have you'll be able to see all the comments in one key place. Okay. We're moving on, and we're ready to hit the big tip, the big hack for growing on Facebook Live. And hack number 3 is this: chatbots. Chatbots, chatbots, chatbots. You know, when chatbots first came out, I was like, big whoop, right? But we started using them right away. And I'm really glad that we did, because even though I didn't like them, what I found out is that all these, the reason I didn't like them is because all of these like fun little whoop-de-doo chatbots were coming out. Like, I had one that was like tip of the day chatbot, super annoying, right? Super annoying. I have another couple of pages that might send me, you respond to an ad and it runs you through a chatbot thing. And some of those were pretty cool, but then, like the company's just like trying to sell to me all the time. So I didn't like chatbots as a whole. And yet at the same time, we found a way to make chatbots really, really work for us. Okay. And here's how we did it. Number 1 is that with chatbots, you are delivering the message of consistency to your audience with timely alerts every single time you go live. So the purpose of your chatbot is not to sell products, right? Necessarily, although you could, and it's not to get them on a list, right? The purpose of the chatbot is to alert them that your show is live every single time you go live. Now, I've talked in the past about how your live stream for best results need to be, the same time every single week, week after week, to develop consistency, which breeds trust with your audience, okay? This is key. That's a key part. However, with a chatbot, you want to be very specific in the content that you're delivering, okay? So what we do with our chatbot is we have it segmented into lists, and anybody who's come onto our chatbot list for the live show, that's the only thing that we alert them to. Every week, Owen's live. Every week, Owen's live. Same day and same channel. And even if they don't click, what we're doing is we're telling them that we're live. Okay? We're telling them that we're live. And so even though they go, hey, I'm not going to log into this show, don't like the topic, or I'm busy, they know that we're still there, which keeps that trust and that trust and that credibility sort of moving forward. I'd love to know how many of you are using chatbots now. Let me hear from you in the comment section. So here's how we use our chatbot. Here's the 3 big ways that we use our chatbot. Number 1, and most importantly, is the comment tool. Okay. So Ramon King is saying, what's that? What's a chatbot? Okay. So a chatbot is an automatic Facebook Messenger tool, right? It's AI. So what you can do is you can use a company like ManyChat.com, for example, and you can create a little chatbot message like this and then send it to all your chatbot subscribers. Okay. So here's how we use our chatbots. Number 1 is the comment tool, where we say type 5 to subscribe. So if you want to see how chatbots work, type 5 in the comment section right now. If you're watching on YouTube, the chatbot won't work. It only works on Facebook as of right now and probably the foreseeable future. With YouTube, we have some different strategies, and we'll talk about those in a future episode. But we use the comment tool. So type 5 right now if you're watching in on Facebook, and if you're watching in a watch group, it won't necessarily work either. So you have to be very conscious of that as well. It only works on the page that you're broadcasting from. So Ramon King just hit 5 and subscribed. Kimber Shea is hitting 5. And what will happen is you'll get an automatic response from our chatbot that says, thank you for subscribing to the show. And now you're in my email list. So next week when we go live, you'll get an alert from our chatbot that says, hey, hey, we're gonna go live again. Regina Turner is saying, I would love to master chatbots. I'll do you one better. You don't need to master chatbots. Master the comment tool, right? The comment tool is where it's at, right? So that when you go live, you say to everybody, hey, welcome to the show where we talk to your demographic about your specific needs. Type 5 to subscribe. And now what you're doing is you're getting 30-day reviews. It's funny. Now you're getting subscribers every single week. Now what you could also do is you could also, in your commenting tool, you could do a thing where you say, hey, thanks for subscribing. And as an added gift, here's my free guide. Okay. So for example, in the very beginning of this show, we say, hey, you can give me 5. That's right. Type 5 into the comment section now if you're watching on Facebook, and I'll send you my free live stream toolkit where you can get graphics, templates, and more. Just type 5 to subscribe in the comment section now. Okay, so I say all that, you type 5, and then hopefully the comment tool will respond to you and give you our free guide. And so now you're connected to me in a lot of different ways. Regina King is saying, where did it go? Regina King is saying, It's on, yeah. It's right on there. Okay. So Regina is saying, does the chatbot also work on your personal page? No, it doesn't. Chatbots work on your business page only, and the user has to opt in. So what will happen is when somebody types 5 for the first time, the first message you get is actually a confirmation message. It says, do you want to be a part of this list? And you click yes, and then you can start receiving our alerts. Now, Janet Smith is saying, I use chatbots for messaging on my page, but not with my comments. That's another great point. On Facebook, you have a Facebook banner, and then underneath your banner, there's a little button that says message me or click more. You can program that button there to work with your chatbot. And so if a show is the primary thing that you do on Facebook, you might want to change your Facebook banner to say, subscribe to the show, and then click on the button and they'll be subscribed to the show. Kimber Shea is saying, does this work on private groups? Great question. Now, it does not work on private groups. So a chatbot for the comment tool will only work on one page, one post at a time. Okay? One post at a time. So you go into the chatbot and you say, which post do you want to connect this comment tool to? And you'd put in the link to your future BeLive show. But then the next week, you would just swap that link out and you keep the tool going, okay? So how do you get people in private groups to then join your chatbot? Here's what you do. You do the same thing. You say type 5 to subscribe. But what you're going to do is you're going to go back to those people and you're going to give them a link to your chatbot landing page, okay? To your chatbot landing page. All right, keep this question up. We'll come back to it. So the landing page is the second chatbot feature that we use a lot, and it works the same way. You basically create a landing page that is in ManyChat.com, and when somebody says, hey, Owen, let's say I run into somebody at the grocery store, and they're like, oh, I heard you're doing that live stream show. How do I find out about it? I say, well, go to this page on your phone right now. And they go to their page, and it opens up the chatbot subscribe tool. And it says, do you want to subscribe to Owen's weekly show? And they click yes, boom, they're subscribed. So you can use that same tactic of sending a link to someone in a private group who's already typed 5. So if you say type 5 to subscribe, but you're watching in the group and it doesn't respond, obviously. What we do is we have our VA will go back and say, thanks for subscribing, click on this link. And then they'll go to the landing page and opt in from there. Does that make sense? Let me hear from you in the comment section. Regina Turner is killing it with questions. She says, so how do you upload your free guide to the comment area? Okay, I wouldn't actually upload the free guide to the comment area. You would upload your free guide to ManyChat in the chatbot tool. And really what you do is you just upload it to Dropbox, and then you just give them the Dropbox link. So somebody subscribes to your chatbot by pressing 5 in the comment section. They get an alert that says, hey, yes or no, do you confirm your subscription? They click yes. The next message they get, it's an automated message that you already set up like a week before, a day before, a month before. And they opt in and it says, hey, great, thanks for subscribing. We'll give you alerts to the show. And by the way, here's my free kit, link to Dropbox. Boom. Okay, that's how you do it. 30-Day Reviews is asking, can you make a chatbot that you make active when you're live or put out a new vid on YouTube? Yes. In fact, if you go to YouTube and click how to use chatbots for your YouTube channel, I do have a video on a quick little hack that you can use to sort of make chatbots work for your YouTube channel. But there's a ton of great stuff that you can do using chatbots and tools like If This Then That, IFTT. Also, Zapier is a great tool so that every time you upload a video, a chatbot alert goes out to your subscribers. I would also set up a chatbot landing page for YouTube and just ask people all the time, 30-Day Reviews, Justin. Ask them all the time. Hey, can I put you on my alert list? Can I put you on my alert list? My good friend over at Animal Facts has done this, and it's been absolutely beneficial for him. Wanda Bader is saying, always great tips. Great to hear from you. Vincent is saying, great idea. And Regina is much clearer on the idea. Michelle is adding value. She says, you can have a bot for all your posts. You can have an all post growth tool. 2, and if they said 5, no matter what post they do it on, the chat would open. Michelle, I had no idea. Can you make a note of that, Melissa? We need to use it. I had no idea. Is that in ManyChat? Okay, let me know. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. That is a phenomenal advantage. Okay, Aaron Garcia asking a great question. Doesn't Facebook shut your chatbot off if your users don't respond? No. Okay, now everything has an algorithm. Everything has an algorithm like your email, right? So you send out an email newsletter. The user's email knows whether to filter your email out or filter it to the inbox. Chatbots don't work that way. Anybody that's subscribed to your chatbot and is active, meaning they haven't unsubscribed, and they can unsubscribe from your chatbot at any time by pressing stop or by typing stop to you. You'll never even get that alert, by the way. It'll just stop sending them. So you have to worry about it. But if they don't open it, then no problem. Like, it doesn't affect you too much at all. If they're not responding, however, you may want to move them into a separate list or a separate segment where you're sending them emails that are getting them, or alerts that are getting them re-engaged in your content, instead of just saying, watch me, love me, love me. Okay. And then finally, the third component of chatbots that we use all the time is we send out weekly broadcasts. That's just about all we do. We send out a broadcast when the show goes live, about 5 minutes after the show goes live. And we're going to start sending midweek alerts that post a recap to the show. It says, hey, if you missed the show, here's a great week recap. Don't forget to join us next week. Okay. So what does all this mean for live streamers? We just covered 3 growth hacking tricks for getting more live viewership, which turns into more 24-hour viewership on the replay on Facebook live streaming. But what does this all mean for you as a live streamer? Well, number one, it means that live streaming is a multitasking job. It's not just a simple go in, go out type of job. As a live streamer, there is a lot that you should be doing during your show. I want you to think of yourself like an airline pilot, literally, with all these dials and things in front of you. And you've got your get audience dials over here, and you've got your sort of make a better show audience stuff, or get engagement dials over here. And you've got to be running all of these dials, flying that plane like a pro. Okay. Now, if you're a content creator, if you're like a CEO person, you're in front of the camera and you're the voice of your company, then it may behoove you to learn those skills, okay, and to get really good at growing a show. The best way to do that is to create a checklist. And I talked about this earlier. Create checklists for pre-show and post-show, okay? We have a pre-show checklist. We have a post-show checklist, right? So before the show, we do all these things. And then after the show, we do these other things to make sure that we get snippets and clips to use in the future. You also may want to look into hiring a producer, right? If you are a content leader and you've got the revenue to hire someone either locally or virtually, you should look at hiring a content producer. I have a producer right here, Melissa Media, who prepares my shows for me. So all I have to do is get my content ready, sit down, and then she presses all the buttons, and that helps me. Now, luckily, we've done very well in our business, and so I'm able to afford her to be local here. Now, if you're not able to afford someone locally, get a virtual assistant and what we call a VP, a video producer, and teach them how to produce your show. A great way to do that would be referring them to BeLive Weekly every single week. Any questions from the audience as we wrap up? Sandra Amy is saying, I will be back next week, hopefully. So I hope that you're there. Mia Small, Sue Gibbs, I see you typed 5. Oscar Leal, we will come back and give you a link to the landing page where you can opt into our chatbot. Want to say what's up to all my friends, Jill, Linda, and Christopher watching on my profile. And of course, all of my friends watching in the Video Marketing Learning Center group. I'm Owen Video, and I'll see you next week on BeLive Weekly.